Andy Reid coached the Philadelphia Eagles for nearly a decade and a half, 14 years of mixed results, both incredible highs and lows. But in the end, he leaves Philadelphia as the winningest coach in franchise history, but just couldn't bring home that Super Bowl. Here's sports director Beasley Reese.
When Andy Reid took over the Philadelphia Eagles, they were in a three-way tie for worst team in the NFL.
This is the future right now. Everybody in here has to understand that. And now we're into the Andy Reid factor here.
2 years later, they finished 11-5 and in the playoffs. His Philadelphia story reads like a riveting sports novel. From the high of the 2004 Super Bowl to astounding lows that bottomed out with the death of his son at training camp. Along the way, he took his teams to the playoffs 9 times, including 5 NFC championship games and 1 agonizing drive from a Super Bowl title. Although he leaves with the most wins in franchise history, his journey ends unfulfilled. Andy did not win the big one. So what went wrong? Perhaps he gave us the best he has to offer, and a parade down Broad Street will be the job for another man. He lost his best assistants to greater opportunities. 6 of his coaches went on to become head coaches. There was the death of his best man, Coach Jim Johnson.
When you lose the strength of your so-called foundation, your tree, which were your assistant coaches, I think that affects what happens in the classroom, on the field, in the draft rooms.
There were decisions that defy explanation, like the promotion of his offensive line coach to run his defense. There's evidence that the inmates were running the prison. Pro Bowl players suddenly forgot how to play. 2 coaches unceremoniously fired while his team spiraled downward. Although many fans celebrate this new beginning, Reid's players struggle to find words to describe their time with Andy Reid.
You gonna make me get emotional on TV?
It often ends badly in sports, so Andy Reid moves on, leaving a big act to follow, the greatest era in Eagles football history.